Some people can spend all weekend alone and feel completely at peace. No parties, no crowded places, no need to constantly be around people, and somehow they're happier that way. But society looks at them and says, "Why are you always at home? You need to go out more. Are you okay?" What if they are okay? What if staying home isn't sadness, but comfort? Today, we're exploring the psychology of people who genuinely prefer staying at home. And by the end of this video, you might finally understand yourself or someone you judged too quickly. Because the people who stay home the most often have the loudest minds. Most people think staying home means someone is antisocial. But psychology says something much deeper is happening. Some people experience the outside world differently. For them, crowded places don't feel exciting. They feel exhausting. Too much noise, too many conversations, too much pretending. And after hours of social interaction, their brain feels overloaded. This is connected to something psychologists call stimulation sensitivity. Some nervous systems naturally process more information at once. Sounds feel louder, energy feels heavier, social pressure feels stronger. So while one person feels energized at a party, another person feels mentally drained after just 30 minutes. And that's why home feels different. Home is predictable, quiet, safe. At home, nobody expects you to perform. You don't have to smile when you're tired. You don't have to continue conversations you don't care about. You don't have to explain your silence. For some people, that peace becomes emotionally addictive. And honestly, in a world that never stops demanding attention, silence starts to feel luxurious. But here's where it gets interesting. People who love staying home are often deeply connected to their inner world. They think more, reflect more, imagine more, while others constantly search for stimulation outside. They find stimulation inside their own thoughts. That's why many creative people naturally enjoy solitude. Writers, artists, gamers, musicians, deep thinkers. Some of humanity's best ideas were created alone in quiet rooms, not noisy crowds, because solitude creates mental space. And mental space allows the brain to process emotions, memories, and ideas more deeply. But modern culture treats being alone like a problem. If you stay home too much, people assume something must be wrong. Meanwhile, being constantly busy is praised. Always outside, always posting, always surrounded by people. But being social all the time doesn't automatically mean someone is happy. Sometimes people use noise to escape themselves, and sometimes the quiet person at home understands themselves better than everyone else. That's the part society rarely talks about. Now, of course, there's another side to this. Not everyone stays home for healthy reasons. Sometimes home becomes a hiding place. For people struggling with anxiety, the outside world can feel emotionally unsafe. Every interaction feels stressful. Every invitation feels exhausting. Even simple things like replying to messages can feel heavy. And slowly, staying home stops feeling like peace. It becomes avoidance. Psychologists often describe this as the difference between healthy solitude and emotional isolation. Healthy solitude restores your energy. Isolation slowly disconnects you from life. And the scary part is, the line between the two can become blurry. At first, someone cancels plans because they're tired. Then they cancel because staying home feels easier. Then eventually, they forget what connection even feels like. That's why understanding yourself matters. Do you stay home because it genuinely makes you happy? or because the world outside feels emotionally overwhelming, because those are two completely different experiences. But for many people, staying home truly is happiness, not because their life is empty, but because they notice things other people ignore. The comfort of their favorite blanket, the calmness of rain hitting the window, late night thoughts nobody interrupts, watching the same comfort show for the 10th time, drinking coffee in complete silence. Small moments, but emotionally meaningful ones. And psychology actually supports this. Research shows that people comfortable with solitude often develop stronger self-awareness and emotional independence. They don't constantly need external validation to feel okay. Their happiness is quieter, more internal. And maybe that's why the world misunderstands them. Because modern life rewards loud personalities, but peace is usually quiet. You've probably noticed this too. Some people can't sit alone for 5 minutes without opening social media, texting someone, or turning on noise. Silence scares them. But people who enjoy staying home become friends with silence. And once someone becomes comfortable alone, they stop chasing attention the same way. That's powerful, because the ability to enjoy your own company is actually a sign of emotional maturity. It means your mind no longer depends on constant distraction. Now, that doesn't mean people who stay home never feel lonely. Of course they do. Everyone does sometimes. But loneliness and solitude are not the same thing. Loneliness is feeling emotionally disconnected. Solitude is choosing peace intentionally. And psychologically, that difference changes everything. The truth is, some people simply experience happiness differently. Their dream life isn't crowded. It's calm. A quiet room. A safe space. No pressure. No performance. Just comfort. And maybe that doesn't look exciting online. But not every meaningful life needs to be loud enough for the internet to notice. So if you're someone who feels more relaxed at home than anywhere else, someone who secretly enjoys cancelled plans, someone who feels emotionally recharged after being alone, you are not weird. Your brain may simply prefer depth over stimulation, peace over chaos, comfort over performance. And in a world addicted to noise, that might actually be your greatest strength. So tell me honestly, do you think staying home is healthy peace? Or are people slowly becoming disconnected from each other? And if this video made you feel understood, subscribe for more psychology videos that explain the hidden behaviors most people never notice.